We're here with club captain Bruno Fernandes, and Bruno's going to be ranking his top 10 Premier League goals. These will be turned into digital collectibles which you can own. If you complete Bruno's full player collection or own rare versions of the goals, you can get exclusive prizes. Start your collection now by going to collectibles.manunited.com. Bruno, let's start with Aston Villa away, the 21-22 season. If you want to flick us forward and just talk me through this goal and your memories of it as you press play.
Basically, you start here. I think Eddie went to press on the sideline, balls come back, and that was something that we usually do when we play with the old midfielder. We play with the two eights in front of their sixes, and whenever the striker is not there, if you want to do pressure on the ball, because we're still in a good position to make pressure on the ball, we go out with the midfielder and we close the gaps with the wingers on both sides. So if you see here, Fred goes out, Mason waits for the moment to press. Fred understands that he can hold his position because Diogo is coming to press, and as soon as I see this ball going forward, I know that is there a gap between the centre-back that is really wide because Eddie is taking him away and Douglas is full watching on the ball, and I know Fred from here, or he cut inside to have a shot himself or a 1v1, but if he looks inside, I know he's going to see me or Eddie. It depends, but because I think Eddie here, he stopped his run because he see me running, so he creates a space for myself. Yeah. So yeah, you just have to be quick on control and shoot because the space from Tyrone Mings wasn't that much. Yeah. But all starts in a good pressure as a team, and after is about being as quick as possible. And
yeah, come on, look at the finish.
The finish is really good, but I think if you have the right pressure after, you get into the right positions, and I think the timing of Fred is perfect to give me the time and space to get my shot.
There's probably two satisfying bits to that goal. Is one of them, how satisfying is it when something the manager's told you to do, something set like that, where you've got that system that you've just described, when it comes off, that must be
obviously
pretty good.
And obviously comes off the ball, so off the ball, often as a player, you want to do more the on the ball stuff than off the ball, but you see how important it is to work off the ball when you can get recovers high on the pitch, when you can make pressure high on the pitch and recover these kind of balls. When the centre-backs are playing really wide from between themselves, you can get space for the midfielders to go through. And obviously, if you get the pressure right, they're going to make mistakes, or you're going to recover the ball and the space will be bigger, because then is when you get the most space on the pitch. Because when you build up with the ball, they always stand there and they can shuffle a little bit. When they lose the ball, normally when you are in the position of the ball, you try to be behind your midfielders, you try to be as high as possible on the pitch, and it's when more from midfielders, when you get more the timing and the space to run in behind them. And obviously after depends also on the position of your wingers and strikers, and obviously Eddie is an amazing striker that understands the space and timing of his movements, and it might probably in another moment, if you rewind a little bit, a different striker will run straight in and close my space here, as you see he's going, and Eddie goes back, because at the same time, if my control is not good, I still can play Eddie, so he knows he's in a position where he can still finish, or if I finish, imagine across the goalkeeper and he can make a save, Eddie's going to be there for a rebound, and that's what makes him so special in the box. He was so talented and someone that could think the game so well.
Yeah, the other satisfying bit, and from a fan point of view as well, there aren't many better feelings than seeing a goal going off the crossbar. It feels good.
Yeah, it's a nice one. I think crossbar and post, when the ball hits the post and goes in, or the crossbar and goes in, it makes it looks even better than it actually was. Yeah. And obviously I think that the stride was really good.
But also the early finish.
Yeah, you had to be quick because Tyrone Mings was getting close.
That's because of the defender, not the goalkeeper. You're not trying to catch the goalkeeper, or is it that
It's both ways, because obviously the goalkeeper, in this situation, it can happen two things, that if I stop here, or the goalkeeper do 2 steps higher to get as much as he can cover the goal, and as soon you can shoot, it might be in movement still and not set to make a save, so it's going to be difficult for him to set and save. So you have to be quick in that aspect. But at the same moment, if you see, I have 2 players around me and I still have the defender going from that side. Yeah. And I think it doesn't come as much out because he knows that defender, if I have a bigger touch, he still can get into the ball. But obviously, I think he was a little bit worried about Eddie. So that's what makes the movement of Eddie really good for me. First, creates a space. Second, creates doubt on the defender of should I go full to him and leave Eddie alone, or should I wait a little bit and wait for my players to get there. And that's the movement of Eddie gets into the moment is exactly where the defender has to hesitate, and it gives space for this one to think. This one is myself to think if going to the shot or to the pass.
Okay, I'm going to start our list. Bruno's top 10. Do you have any thoughts on where this one might rank?
I don't know.
It's satisfying. There's a bit of a team play to it, but there are some good goals coming later.
Yeah.
Let's go to West Brom. You can play when you're ready. A couple of seasons ago during the pandemic, so there's no fans there. Talk us through this one.
No, this one, again, you see, the pass is really, it goes away from the defender, but it's really wide. So I know Eddie likes to do this kind of movement and be more in the first post. Here, he doesn't have much space to attack because he knows Luke, it might be difficult for him to give this strong ball in the first post that he likes to attack. And I just have to be in the back of his movement and understand where he's going, because as a midfielder, you always have to, when we talk a lot about filling the box, as you see, even Aaron is getting into the box, Fred is there for the rebounds, Anthony from the side of the ball is still there for if any ball drops, as he could be there. Rush is on the back post, so I have to be in the middle and wait to see where the ball is going. Even because I scored against Everton in the middle of the box, where I was waiting and the cross of Luke goes forward, and so I have 2 steps to go forward. But if he cuts back, I'm still there to get the ball.
Is this then?
But this one
instinct?
this one was pretty instinct. To being honest, I was not expecting the ball to go there because I think it was really difficult for Luke to cross. And it was just pretty instinct.
Yeah,
I just like getting into the box. I'm waiting to see what Eddie is doing. And obviously when I see the ball coming backwards, I know that Eddie's not getting there. And it's just come pretty instinct, honestly. And a little bit of anger because Ole was shouting at me. I think previous to this, he was shouting at me for a long time to get into the box, the box. The ball is coming and you're not there. And at the same time was anger with myself, not with Ole, because I made him right. So I was anger like, oh, he is right, now I have to accept it. Yeah. And obviously, but he's a striker, he's been a striker, he knows where the spaces are.
So the goals are,
he told me, I get into there and the ball came, but yeah, the finishing is amazing, to be honest, but it's something that comes by pretty instinct now. I don't have much time to think about and just try to get it there.
Yeah, this was during the pandemic without fans. That's a goal that deserves some kind of a noise.
Would deserve a nice slide, that one, going to the corner.
Yeah, knee slide with the old celebration.
With all the celebration,
but how did you feel scoring a goal like that? And there were some other quality ones. I remember Besiktas here in the Champions League as well was a fantastic one. No fans, how do you then celebrate? Does it feel different?
Yeah, you hear your own shout, when you celebrate, and that's not good because normally with the fans you can't hear anything, even yourself. So, and the feeling is like, obviously you want to play in front of fans, you want to play in front of, and we know this club, we have massive fans all around the world. So everywhere you go, you will have a lot of people there cheering for you. It's a shame that a goal like this can't be celebrated from our fans, but I think you enjoy the fact that your teammates were there cheering for you, everyone on the bench and everything. You could hear them more, and so you feel more the love from your team.
Oh, so there's a positive.
Yeah, there's a positive thing.
We're going to talk about one with fans. Play when you're ready. More recently, this season. And you're going to have to talk us through it because this is a bit chaotic.
No, this basically, I will explain it. If it starts chaotic there on the right, I'm seeing that everyone is trying to press. Pele is there, Scott is there, Anthony is there. And when Palhinha gets on the ball, I know he doesn't have much space and time to think where he's going to kick the ball. And they all trying to kick the ball away. And I was just set myself in a position where I could get a ball if you miss kick it. And so because Asa is on my side, Mason is on the other side, and Garner. And from here on, I do a thing that I should have done, like here. I should have gone straight to Mason. But
Okay.
my point here, my pass is not perfect, is like if I give the ball to the right foot of Scott on the floor, he can, because he's in the middle of two players, he can just turn and have a shot on
Let
target.
it go across him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my pass is not good. He comes in the air and is a little bit far from him. And after, like the fighting spirit was good. At that game, I think everyone had it. And after Perry, just find myself at the edge of the box. And here I just had a thought in my mind, like in the first moment was shooting, but as I saw they go too quick to the ball because they're rushing to get the ball out of their box, I thought I have to chop it. And even then, my first thought was to going across the goalkeeper, but
Really?
the defender came quick, and as soon as I saw that his right foot was going to open to close the shot, I just saw a little gap there where I could feel the ball.
So the difference is, as a fan, watching that, this all happens in 1 second.
It's
The way
too many
you've just
things.
described it,
Yeah, it's too many things to
it's
think
like
about.
it's slow
Like
motion.
here,
Do things
you see-
slow down for you.
Yeah, but if you go back a little bit, it's the moment where I see Scott, and I see that he's in the middle of both. So my thought was like, if I can slide this ball through to Scott into his right foot and he can open up, he can have a shot. But obviously my first choice should have been Mason, because a soft ball to Mason will give him a chance to finish on a first touch or even having a touch and shoot. But obviously after we go, and then is the moment then they're coming through, I have to chop. And I don't know if you can stop when I look at before I shoot. It's a split second, because it's difficult to explain, but you're looking down, but you still can see what is there. So I was going like this, and that's why my ball doesn't go too much close to the post, because I didn't have time enough to twist my foot as much as I wanted, because I was prepared to do this.
Yeah.
So in the last moment I was doing this, I had to turn my foot because I saw his leg, and so like, this is a split second, but you have to see it, you have to try to see all these details to get the ball through.
And then, if we play it on, we'll see you celebrate. It's
but
these last-minute goals away from home. Look at that.
yeah, but this
What's that feeling like?
I think this was more a relief for everyone,
Yeah.
because it's been was a really difficult moment for us at the time, and I think during the game both teams had chances and everything. Anyone could have won that game. But I think for the fighting spirit we showed, for everything we did during the game, I think was deserved to win that game, because the results before that one wasn't the best for us, but I think we should have got more from them. So getting the win on this game was fantastic for us.
Is it like a whole feeling of emotion just kind of leaves you all at once?
Yes, all the energy I've spent in all game running up and down is like, it's like it gives you a push for the last, because after I think we had like 3 minutes to go, and the referee gave 2 more because we waste time celebrating and everything. I don't know. He said something like that, and I was like, everyone was getting energy from nowhere, and the relief from this goal, you could feel it on everyone, like, oh, we did it.
Yeah.
Now let's just hold the result.
And then the journey back,
You could relax a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to another away game. This is a really nice team move. You can start it when you want and talk us through it.
So already the start, I playing with Donny. I know he likes these 1-2s. Juan, he likes to play these three midfielders. We like to be short together, and the movement from Marcos is just amazing. In the first moment, I was going around him.
Yeah, you can see.
But as Marcos is too quick, I couldn't get there. So I just saw I go inside. As soon as I saw the space was outside, or my first moment was like, I'm gonna give space. If I go around him now, it might get that Lascelles comes with me, and Marcos is gonna get the time to shoot. Obviously, the timing of the pass of Marcos is perfect, and after the finish was really good. The control. I think the control made it, because my touch was perfect to get the ball in the right space in the right moment where I wanted to shoot. And again, the touch, as you see here, I can see that the goalkeeper is coming off, closing my first post and giving me the space. You see my head looking at him before.
Yeah.
From here, when you have to look at him when you have the touch, and after you have to make your head like where you want to go.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't think I needed to go that high, but
It looks good.
it looks good anyway. So, and I had missed a penalty in this game, so the feeling was really good because I missed the penalty for the 2-1, and I make the 2-1 on this goal. So, but the team movement was really good. But as I said before, I know Donny likes these little connections. Donny knows Juan likes the ball into feet. Juan knows that Rashi loves the ball in behind with space to run.
Yeah.
And after, for me, in the first moment is like what I should do. First moment I thought going around, Marcus is too quick, go inside. When I go inside, I see that I'm attracting more players to Marcus, so I try to go around again for Marcus to get, he likes to go on a 1v1 and chop inside and have the shot. He's really good on doing that, so I thought if Lascelles follows me, he's going to give too much space and time for Marcus to give a shot. As Lascelles follow him, Marcus has a really good touch inside to take him inside with him and after set me. And as you said, as a team goal was brilliant.
And the team goals, which do you prefer? We're going to get on to some individual
obviously
goals.
The individual ones when you have a good stride or you have a good 1v1, when you have it's always nice. But you know, like I think as a player, you enjoy this kind of goals because it's something that is really enjoyable to watch and to play.
Yeah.
Because you see, like even from the back heel and everything, the way everyone follows up the play is like, oh, we're playing.
Yeah,
oh, we're
doing playground football.
Yeah,
like.
yeah. It's the same when you play like with your friends, you know, like a 5v5, and you have that goal that everyone touches the ball, boom, 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 quick, tap, 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 and you get the goal on the back post, just getting in. But you know, the way you build everything else is like, wow.
That's what you're trying for.
Yeah, that's the thing, because obviously we always wait for the moment of magic from some players, that moments that they have that they can change the game on a 1v1, a shoot from long distance, a header where they go above everyone and they hit it, a free kick or whatever. But obviously you train all week to have these goals, not to have the individual one, because the individual ones you expect them to give it to you. Like I expect Rashi to give it to me, I expect Garner to give it to me, Anthony, Antor, Rasmus, Pelli, everyone up front, Ahmad. I expect them to give that to me every game. Once in a while they have to give it to me because they are special. That's why they play up front.
Yeah.
And the rest has to be goals like this.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to one at home now. And now we're on to individual brilliance. So play it through and enjoy one of your better ones.
So this one, I saw Aza. I know in the first moment where I leave the ball goes, I know Dinge can go into Aza, and if he does, I will get the space in the middle, or Mason will get the space in behind. So it's after Aza has to decide. Obviously, Mason has made the run, what makes me get more space and time on the ball to think. My first thought, if you see here, I look at Eddie because I know this is the position where I want to serve my striker, and I know Eddie is really good on these ones. But from here to serve where he's running into the first post, it's really difficult because I have Davies in front of me and the space is not much for him to get in front of Godfrey or even in behind. So as soon as I see that, because I was expecting him to make the run around the defender because he's the one also he likes in the back post, that he goes forward, he goes back and he gets the momentum from the defender and he can get the time where I cross. I did it one against Liverpool in the cup where he hit the post. Yeah. So I was expecting that movement, but he comes forward because I'm looking at the ball, but I'm seeing the movement. So I see it and I stop. And from there on, I had two options. Mason through, but I thought Dinge could close him. Aza and the second cross, a second wave, like we call it in football, or just get my chance. So as Davies gave me so much space, I just thought, just try it.
That's as a fan, that's proper United. And the way when it goes in, you don't look too fast. You just stand there. It's like Cantona. Cheeky lob and then just stand there.
I can tell you that I don't know why. It was just normal, you know, like. I think because Eddie was running to me, Scott was there shouting to me also, you know, like it came natural. I wasn't not like trying to do something that was prepared, because normal prepare one would be always my actual celebration for my kids. But at the moment I felt that was like just stand there, because the goal was really good, and it was a good celebration too to put it together.
Yeah, it's the audacity that you want to see from a United player, where you look up here and you shouldn't be scoring from here, but look, it just nestles in there. It's lovely.
You should get more of that.
Yeah?
Yeah. it's one of my strengths, so I have to use it
Yeah.
in a better way.
Okay. We'll keep an eye out.
Not
for
a better way than this one.
No. This one again.
This one
100
again
times.
is okay. For me,
Yeah.
I'll be happy with this one again.
Yeah. Do you remember the context of this game? Do you want to talk us through it?
Yeah, this obviously is a game where Brighton wants and likes to play on the ball. I think this was from a free kick in the beginning.
Yeah.
They clear. After they get the second wave, I go out to press. And obviously, Age wins the duel here. And you can see straight away our players up front. At that time, they were so direct, so quick. It was difficult to hold them. And as any midfielder in the team, we knew as soon as we control the ball, look if is there any space to play in behind. And that's what Nema does straight away. Controls, ball in behind. Mason, really good threat, good on the ball. You see Rashi, the sprint he does.
You're running there.
My run. And the thing is, like, the run of Rashi is what makes the goal, because no one will think about that. But if Rashi doesn't make that run, probably Dan Burn is going to call, I don't know who is that player there, is going to call the number 22, I guess. One step back, he can take Anto and he will take me.
Yeah.
And because of the run of Rashi, they both look at them and I get complete forget in the back post. And I think this was moments that we really had in this season. We're really dangerous on counters. We could score to any team on a counter or on a quick transition where we can get that. And after the volley, for me, as I said always, when you get the volleys, you just have to try to keep it as low as possible. You know, it's beautiful to put it in the top corner in the volley. It looks really nice, but as soon as you keep it on the floor, even sometimes the ball bouncing on the grass, it goes quicker. It makes much difficult for the keeper to react down, and even more from crosses that are coming from the front post where the keeper is looking there. Ball is coming, so he's following the ball, and you hit it hard on the floor. It's really difficult for him to react and going down to save. But obviously, again, the pass from Mason is unbelievable. The way he sees the pass and the way he chip it to the back post is brilliant. And I don't want to take the brilliant goal I did away, but it's everything really good on the transition, the control, the header from Ari winning the duel, the control from Nema looking forward and passing forward straight away, and after the sprint that everyone does, the eager to score the goal, and the space that Anthony and Rashi create for me, even without knowing, because they could have got into the space where they thought was free, but they got into the box. That was the aim of our team at the time, like getting into the box, we're going to score goals.
Ole said.
Yeah, so, and I think that season was the best season goal scoring for Mason, best season goal scoring for Rashi until last one, best season goal scoring for Anthony, and I think was my best season goal scoring in the club too. So it was amazing to see the way we connect together was really good, and we could do really good things. And luckily we didn't stay consistent enough in the month of January, February was when we lost there some games. We draw to Everton, lost to Sheffield. Yeah. I think we draw or lost to Southampton. These three games at home. Everton was the one that was scored was 2-0 at half time. We draw 2-2. Sheffield, I think we lost, and Sheffield hasn't won a game at that time. So we lost to them at home, where we've been really good. So and at that moment, you know, if you give space to the other ones to close the gap, they're going to go through.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to Old Trafford. Now, Cristiano, your Portugal teammate, maybe an idol, comes back to United. We've already started the season very well. Rafa's joined. We've had that amazing game against Leeds, which we'll come on to. And you've got this game against Newcastle. Has Cristiano already scored at this point? I think he has.
Yeah, 2 goals already.
Yeah.
I scored the third one.
But you nearly steal the show.
No, you couldn't steal the show in that day. It was impossible.
Yeah, but play the goal and show us, because people can make their own minds.
But honestly, if I can tell you something, this was probably the best atmosphere. I think, obviously, because I scored the hat-trick against Leeds, where I felt it more. Yeah. But this was probably one of the best atmosphere I had in Old Trafford for a long time, because obviously the idol coming back to his home, scoring 2 goals, and it couldn't be in another way. You would score in any way, because it's coming back to home. You know, Cristiano is eager to score goals, and he scored 2 goals like a striker goal, like eager to get into the box, eager to get into the rebounds, and the second one, eager to make that small runs he does into the box. And after, obviously, I wanted to be part of the show, and I think this is a counter where Mason could have squared. He didn't. I think he lose the ball, but after he recovers, give it back to Paul, and I knew, you know, like Cristiano is in the box. They have 3 players pointing at him, so I know I'm gonna get time and space outside of the box. That's also happened in national team many times. When you play with him, he knows that he attracts a lot of attention, and they give more space to other players. That's normal, and so I just get out of the box, pulses, squares. I have too much time on the ball to think and shoot. I would love to have this time and space to think every time. But as you see, look, even the guy that comes off, Almiron, is thinking about him. Even one of the defenders, you see, like Jesse's in the middle, is not even focused on Jesse, he's running towards Cristiano.
Yeah.
And the other one is pointing to Cristiano, and after he's like...
So this is enough time for you to...
Yeah.
It's perfect technique.
This is probably too much time.
Yeah.
I think for every player in the Premier League, if you give all this time and space to think and shoot, because the closest defender is too far away from me. He's like at least 5-6 yards away from me. And look, I could have gone either way, both sides. I can see the full goal. But again, the movement from the defender makes me go there.
So, just to take it back a second, at this point, you still don't know which side you're going to shoot, is that right?
No, I know. I know because the defender is more, if you go back, he's going towards the ball on diagonal because my control was forward. So he's going like this. And I know the keeper, I've seen the keeper. I know the keeper, what he's going to think. The defender is going to block this shot. I'm going to be a little bit on this side. If you look at him, if you go back, he's on the left side of the centre back. So this is small things, but you have to try to see. And so he's going to start seeing the ball only when the ball passes. Like this is probably one of...
Especially with the power.
Yeah, that's the thing. He has no time to react because in the first moment the ball looks that he's going more towards the middle, but it has the effect of the ball is like... But don't ask me how I do it because it's just something that comes natural. I have tried to explain now the way I shoot, but I can't, even to myself, I can't explain it.
You're just trying to get as much power as possible once you've decided
I think the power, it comes automatically, you know, like you don't need that much. It's more about the space on the goal that you want to hit. So you know, like you don't need to go post. You need to go, because sometimes when I train without a goalkeeper, I just take 2 poles and put it like 2 steps, and I put it there.
You have an area.
And I have an area where I can hit, where I think where like the goalkeeper can't reach there.
Yeah.
So you just have to try to hit that areas, and after you have to play with the position of the goalkeeper.
The emotion you show here, I feel like it shows it's the perfect time to score. United are already winning.
Yeah.
You can now start to relax a little bit. 3-1, you talk about the atmosphere.
And I think, you know, the beginning of the season was so good. So everything was like bumping up in the stadium. Everyone was on fire. We came from the Wolves game. That's right. I think we won that game.
1-0, yeah.
1-0, Mason.
Yeah.
Mason scored. So another place really difficult to go and score goals. So, you know, 2 wins in a row. You're going to do the 3rd one against Newcastle. Is always a tough team to play against. So everything was so emotional for everyone. Everyone was like happy. The place was really enjoyable. So, and that's how it is when you win games.
Yeah. Okay, going away from home again and a bit more recent. This it doesn't need too much explanation. It's just perfection.
This is like I was playing as a winger in this game, and I think this is the perfect run for a winger between. If you see, can you go back?
Between the fullback and the
yeah, you see, Hannibal went outside, so I know the fullback is going to be looking at him. This is the moment where I'm looking. Okay. I'm going to see where is the space to go. I see that the fullback is far away. Just a little look. I know that John is gonna have time and space on the ball to clip it in the back of the line, and after it's just
When this ball's coming over,
No, it's my first. It was. I didn't. Honestly, in the first
Are you
moment,
thinking or?
in the first moment, as Johnny is going to kick the ball, I thought someone can come in the box, and I just square it.
Okay.
But as soon as I start running, I saw that Rasmus went down to like give us support.
Yeah.
I was just like focus on the ball and trying to hit it as best as you can, and I don't think I could because the difficult thing was like the lights was on the ball. I don't know why in Burnley Stadium it's really difficult when the ball comes high to see the ball, and the ball was like over my shoulder coming, so I couldn't have hit this ball even better.
A little step here, where you seem to. Does that just get you
plant
your foot? And
no,
get
it's just to get a little bit more wider as the ball is coming, and I get away from the defender.
Ah, okay.
To get
Bit
more space to it, and because when this kind of ball comes, you need to let the ball drop as much as you can.
Yeah. So
and after
sometimes they work. Sometimes.
Sometimes it goes in, sometimes it goes to the stands.
And away goals like that.
It's really nice, and even more was a winning goal was really good, and obviously it's a special one. Everyone was comparing to Van Persie. Obviously, I think Van Persie won a little bit more further out. Mine a little bit. I think
there's another Van Persie one away at West Ham. I don't know whether you've seen it.
I think Van Persie has many like this. This was his. I think was his special was this one.
Yeah.
It was really good on volleys, and but it's always nice to be compared with these kind of players.
Yeah. City at home. Now.
Controversial goal. Not for me. Yeah. I wasn't offside. I said I spoke with Bernardo and Cancelo, and I told them, look, I wasn't offside. I don't know why you're saying that you got robbed. I was onside. Rashi was offside, but he didn't touch it. He didn't touch it. So
yeah. Well, I can tell you, I sit about if you start playing it, I sit in this corner, and we thought it would be disallowed, and we saw you running off.
Yeah. In the first moment, I thought Casemiro will see me, but I saw that Rashi was offside. My soul was like, he's offside, so I kept running. In this moment, I thought Rashi is going to touch the ball, it's over. But I think he understood that I was in a better position also to shoot, because I'm with my right, he's going to have to shoot with his left. I may have to agree that he has an influence, but not on the defenders. It's not.
It's been long enough now.
It's not a defender there that can get into the ball before me, because they told me, oh, Kyle Walker is really quick, he could get there. I said, yeah, but Kyle Walker ran into the goal. What's the point? He can get before me if he didn't run there. I think Ederson. He moves because he thinks Rashi is going to shoot to his left, so he moves to the right.
Okay.
That's what makes me also shoot here and a little bit high, because I know he's going to...
But you didn't tell the ref.
He's going to... No, of course not. But
all right, let's talk more about the emotion.
Nah, that's something amazing that you see here. Everyone run to the referee first. That is something that I do usually.
It builds for a couple of minutes.
It stays there. In the first minute, I thought...
it's not happening.
As against City... At home, they won't give it to us, because it's gonna be too much talk about. And after as soon as he said goal, I just had to celebrate. And after Anthony came, Casa, everyone.
It's one of the great moments.
Yeah, and scoring in a derby is always special.
Do you realise when you look back that you're at this time, and I was sitting there, well, not sitting there, I was going mad. You realise that we are sharing, without you knowing, some of the best moments of our life.
No, of course. I've been a fan. I'm a fan myself. I've been in the same position you guys every week. I was like basically a ultra for Boavista. I was following my team everywhere, even when they got relegated to go into the third division. I was there to watch the games, and being there in some really bad stadiums, trust me, because League One here has much better stadiums than we have there. So some Astro stuff, and and I was there for every moment that I could to be as a fan, celebrate the goals and everything. So, and you could see my veins here, so you can see how much I feel this. And obviously, we all share that with you, even if sometimes it looks like we don't. We really do.
Will you come in the Stretford End one day?
It could be possible. I was going to Anfield, but I thought it was a little bit too much to Anfield away. I could cause a little bit of a chaos, and the club decided that it wasn't the best to go. So probably Stratford was going to be a better place to stay.
I was at Anfield once with Phil Jones, Carrick, and Rojo, were all in there.
Yeah, and the only thing is like one of my best two mates came up to see the games, Bayern and Liverpool.
Yeah.
And I got the yellow card against Bournemouth, and they went to see the game without me, without me there. But they were there. They enjoy it the moment. They love it to be there. So that was the most important.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe in a few years you can come in.
Yeah.
One more goal to look at, and I think we've saved the best till last. But you can decide in a second. Talk us through this. At the time, United are 3-1 up.
Yeah.
We'd gone 1-0 up. Then it'd gone to 1-1 just after half-time. And I remember, again, I was sitting here, the Leeds fans suddenly going mad. And then
Mason
within a
scored.
few minutes...
Mason scored.
And then you complete your hat-trick.
Yeah.
Like this.
Here is
60 minutes in.
Another point. Victor with time and space on the ball. I think in the first moment I'm trying to, because Fred opened up, Scott opened up, I'm trying to get into the middle to be an option to Edge, to bounce the ball back to Victor. As the ball goes wide, I know Victor is going to get a touch. And I'm looking to Mason to see, Mason, what you're going to do now, because we know Leeds like to man marking.
Yeah.
And I know that the midfielder man marking me, I think is one of the most difficult things to do, because you're running forward, he's running backwards, and he needs to look at the ball. You don't need to look at the ball, just need to have an idea where the ball is. And I know Victor has a great quality in his pass, and I knew he's going to put his head up and look forward. And there is the moment where we connect. Mason comes into the ball. I get the timing where defender tries to go to Mason, look, and they get a little bit lost.
Confused.
And the stride was beautiful. And that was another moment where I thought I was offside, but luckily I wasn't.
Yeah, I'd forgotten that it was. I remember being in the ground, and there's sometimes as a fan.
I thought it was like, oh, this one is tight, because my run, was well timed, but you never know, because as they play man marking, sometimes it's really difficult to see where their line is. So, but the stride was amazing. The pass from Victor is perfect, timing, everything, pace on the ball is perfect. And after the finishing, to get the hat-trick. And my best mate was here, the one that went to Liverpool. He was here for this game, and I think I had two cousins over too. They really enjoyed it. The stadium was on fire. The first game of the season, Leeds
back
at home.
After COVID.
After 20 years that we don't play Leeds in the Premier League, I think, something like that.
We played them, but behind closed doors.
Yeah, behind closed. I mean, like with a full stadium. So, wow, it was amazing feeling to get the hat-trick in the opening day. Wow, I was where I wanted to be.
The build-up to that game, August. Finally back in the ground. I was seeing mates I hadn't seen for 2 years because you'd been playing, but we couldn't go. Yeah. And the emotion of that day.
Oh, yeah. You could feel it already against Everton. We didn't have the full stadium. There was the friendly match, I think the last one before this game.
You scored a great free kick.
Yeah, you could feel already that, the atmosphere is nice. Yeah. You can see the fans are eager to get back to the stadium and everything. Yeah. So it was really good.
Okay, got Bruno's top 10 here. Should we start at 10? Which is your least favourite?
So number 10, I'm gonna put Villa.
Okay, Villa away, counter-attack. Or no, that was
the crossbar.
Press.
The crossbar one,
Number 9.
Number 9, I'm gonna go with City. Even if it's a really important goal, I have to put it there.
Okay, less good. From a fan perspective, that's my number 2 behind Leeds. But I can see why
I can see that, but not the perfect goal, because the pass from Casemiro wasn't for me. Yeah. So.
No, fair enough. Okay, number 9, City. Number 8, your number.
Number 8, I'm gonna go with the West Brom one. Volley, left foot.
Yeah.
Number 7. I'm gonna go with Brighton away. Far post volley.
Nice.
We are number 6 now, right?
Yeah, number 6.
Number 6. I'm gonna go Fulham, last minute. Number 5. I'm gonna go with Newcastle team move.
Nice.
number 4, I'm going with Everton lob.
Okay.
Number
Into the
3,
top 3.
I'm going Newcastle, long range.
Screamer, you can call it.
And I know for the fans, the Leeds one is a better one. I think my best goal is Burnley, the volley. I think is the most difficult one, but
Technique.
yeah, as technique as a goal, I think is the most difficult one. So I go Leeds, the hat-trick one is number 2, and Burnley volley number 1.
Okay. Okay.
What was yours?
Mine would have been Leeds number 1, City
Okay.
number 2, Burnley 3, the Newcastle long range 4, and then probably Everton, the lob, and then maybe the Brighton team move, West Brom, the volley.
And after you have Newcastle and
Then
Fulham.
Newcastle, Fulham. No, Fulham, then Newcastle,
Okay.
and then Villa. Fulham for the moment.
From the moment, yeah.
That felt good.
Because the one, like also West Brom is really good. It's a really difficult goal, but I think I have really difficult goals here, so it's difficult to choose. Because like Newcastle long range is amazing. The Newcastle team move is amazing for the team move. The Fulham is a last minute one.
Yeah.
The high volley against West Brom, as we said. The Villa is good, but I don't think it's good like press, movement-wise and technique. City for the moment, Leeds for the hat-trick. The counter against Brighton because it's something that we will train and we'll think about every game. And no, the Burnley one, I can't put it. I can't put it
And
anywhere.
it's recent. It feels good.
No, it's just because I think it's really difficult to do a volley like that because the way the ball is dropping and everything is like, it's that kind of goals that you dream to do, like a volley.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice, as I said,
You see
outside
yourself
of the
when you're a kid
box,
doing
top
it.
corner and everything, but the technique that is needed to do this, the preparation on the steps, everything that you saw, like the last step and everything, open a little bit more, getting into the floor, keep the ball in the target. It's something that I
Number
get
1.
difficult. Yeah, for me, it's the number 1 until now.
Okay, Bruno, your top 10 Premier League goals done. I think we've got some nice variety in there, as you were just saying. Team goals, screamers, and then a couple of brilliant fan moments, Leeds, City, Fulham away, but topped off with that beautiful over-the-shoulder volley. You happy with your top 10?
I'm happy. I hope I
And
can improve it.
Yeah?
I can improve my top 10. I hope I do it as soon as possible.